welcome. Of course, I gotta do the red thing. Jump out in front of me, get off the bus in front of me. What happened? Gotta do the red thing. I don't know how they use certain colors and the manner in which they use it. Right? Always remember that. I'm showing you guys. Alright, red team over here. Across the street. With the red headphones, blinking red light. I'll tell you, the fanatics. Remember the weaponization of what? Of color, right? It's called color psychology. Look at what they did. Look what they did here. Look at what they did here. Look at what they did here. They put the garbage right there. Right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at her walking up there. Here she look at the gray vehicle, gray. See? 3, right? Intersecting in the, at the same time. Gray, a lot of grays. And red. Grays and red. Look. Just start walking back and forth. Yeah, that's the behavior patterns. I've shown it too many times. Right? So when I was on the bus, actually across the street, she was walking back and forth further past the bus stop. So the bus line right there, she was walking further past there. Came over here, she comes over there, and started walking towards this way. Right? See, they do shit purposely like that. Right? They put the garbage can right there. Look at that. Right in the walkway, right? So, like I said, they'll do shit like that. Showing you guys exactly what they do. This is a cult, right? Psychological warfare. Covert psychological warfare. Like I said, I always think about the shit that they were doing to me while they were targeting my brother overtly. They were targeting me covertly. Okay? Didn't even know it. Manipulating the people around me. Right? Until they could find the perfect person that they can use. And that was my older son, mother. Okay? So yeah. Oh yeah, don't use the sirens now. Okay, I know what it is that y'all did. Her lying ass. Okay. Tell you, they save their own neck. They'll throw black men under the bus for the shit that they do to us. Right? Because they know how the system works. The system is about destroying black men in particular, giving us criminal records. And they play a vital part in doing those things. They're manipulated. They're being manipulated. They're being, again, using law enforcement and using the law in order to do it. Right? They criminalize us, and they have various ways in which they do it. To do what? Right? To implant us with microchips. Okay. Remember the violence initiative. Right, this is part of that initiative, right? The violent initiative from the early 1990s, in which Dr. Peter Bergen and his wife discussed. Dr. Peter Bergen, who's been a champion of, particularly when it comes to the war against black children, right? And trying to drug black children with antipsychotic drugs, because white people have this fear of black violence, though we know that violence occur within the proximity of the people who live amongst each other, right? So in the white community, right, 86% of the crimes taking place in the white community is being done by other white people. In the black community, 90% is being done by other black people, right? So they're their whole concept and idea of them being afraid of us, in that way, is unfounded. What they are afraid of, again, is black people, particularly black men in particular, rising up against their oppression of us. This is why, again, they have to dumb us down, they have to weaken us, right? They have to take away our strength psychologically, right? Physically, right? And so and also, again, you look at the high rate of self-deletion amongst young black men, right? And the early mortality rate of black men in particular. So they have to destroy black men and kill us off early. We can't pass on the information and knowledge to the young people so that they can have a chance, a fighting chance of knowing what is going on, knowing the war that's taking place at an early age, not at a late age, at an early age. They shouldn't have to wait until they're 40, to really understand what's going on. They should know that by the time they get into high school, they should have an idea of why and what is going on, right? And we'll see that when we do that, when we educate our children in that way, okay, they're going to apply themselves in a way in which, you have never seen, okay? But because, like I said, we rather, teach them materialistic things, instead of giving them the truth. Okay, so we keep turning out, as Dr. Amos Wilson said, dysfunctional children that grows to be dysfunctional adults, right? So yeah, you have to understand this, what it is that they're doing. Look, a lot of great calls tonight. A lot of great calls tonight. Like I said, they have their ways of targeting me with certain colors, and I can spot them out. Doesn't the one thing that I learned to do also is study color theory. You know what I'm saying? And understanding how colors can affect our emotions in the most extreme ways, right? Understanding how colors affect our moods, right? They can manipulate you into buying things by making you feel a certain way when you enter into certain department stores because of the use of color psychology. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So, you gotta understand how, like I said, everything is weaponized. They weaponize everything. And so understanding white supremacy and understanding how, other groups of people can be used as a tool by white supremacy, even people within your own group, to do things that are detrimental to their group as well as other groups, because they've been conditioned to think that other groups are, have some sort of advantage over them. So you look at the white supremacists using Chinese people, Asian people, to do what? To get rid of affirmative action, right? I'm saying you also see them use Hispanic people, right? Because these groups of people they identify with a closer proximity to whiteness, as opposed to people of what they call people of color, right? But to me, you're either a white Hispanic or you're a black Hispanic, or you're a light-skinned black Hispanic, all right? So, the light-skinned black Hispanic think that they're white, but they're not really white, okay? And again, if people will do their history and understand, particularly Mexicans, which again, clearly don't even understand their history, because the indigenous people of Mexico were literally almost wiped out, and they had to import more African slaves, and then they interbreed with the native Mexicans as well as the Europeans to produce the lighter offsprings, creating a caste system much like in India. But they did the same thing in Mexico also, right? So they actually have certain towns in Mexico where the black people that look like me, even darker than me, all right? And they kept their African heritage. So, but again, when you think about it, who were the people that settled in these lands, okay? Who were the prehistoric people that settled in these lands? Well, black people. right? Oh, look, you're a predator department. Look at the number 32. Yeah, number 32. Look, did he put 3297? Did he put his hands over his mouth? Right? He drove by with his hands over his mouth, right? The Sambo. The Sambos. And I want you to understand the criminality of what it is that they're doing. Okay? I'm one person. And they got an entire police force attacking me in the way that they're attacking me. Right? Creating a false narrative, lying, using people to manipulate. Right? This is what they do. This is what they do. Using people to manipulate me, to tell lies, to create a narrative, because they have this idea that they have this power because they got a gun on the badge and they can do whatever they want to do. But no, you can't. You may believe so, but you can't. You may be doing so, but eventually you're going to get caught. You're going to get found out. Okay, and I'm going to have a hand in doing it. I'm going to play a big part in doing it. Okay? Yeah, a lot of grays. So, anyhow, yep. And they're mad. They're mad. Why? Because again, when they condition black women to be a certain way, for them to be dysfunctional, for them to, because you see, there are people, black people within the churches that believe that they are a chosen people, right? That somehow because they believe in God, that they're going to be one of the, and again, there's only 144,000 people now, right? Okay, but Christianity gives them this false sense of, if you convert to Christ, you're all going to be saved. That's Paul teaching. All right, again, that's Paul teaching. That's what I say. They don't follow the teaching of Jesus Christ. They follow the teaching of Paul. Okay, if they follow the teaching of Jesus Christ, they will go and read what is called the Gnostic Gospels, right? Or the Naharabi Gospel, right? Which, you have many different Gospels in which the Roman Catholic Church never put into the Bible, right? And theologians, again, you can go research this. Theologians in the 1980s came together. The vast majority of them said that 86 or 87% of Jesus saying in the Bible is not Jesus. Okay? And they will take shit out of context. They will do all kind of shit to talk about the coming of Jesus. Oh, it's all bullshit. It's all nonsense. And if you really understand, if you really study the Bible, as a matter of fact, you even got to study the Bible. Read the Bible. Read it. Read it. There are certain passages that is going to be in your mind that you're going to be asking questions. Read the entire thing. Because people don't read the entire Bible. What they do is they pick out passages and then they piece passages together and together. You'll see them going from this to this to this to this to this to this to this. Right? With no understanding of what comes first and what comes second. Okay? No understanding. All right? You know what I'm saying? Like the order in which what is called the apostles, the four gospels, right? The order is all wrong, right? They got John is first, but John is not first. Okay? Mark, the Gospel of Mark, was written first. Okay? So they're following John when, how could they? When Mark was written first. And they're saying John was written again. And every theologian know this to be fact. They know it to be fact. They also know that, the person who wrote Revelations, okay, is not John. It's a different John. Right? So they know this. Theologians know this, but they're not telling the people in their congregation this. Right? You know what I'm saying? Oh, wait till I'm not going to spoil it for them, but wait till they find out when Revelations was written. Okay? Right? You know what I'm saying? It's like, again, they wouldn't even go out. Like, I share the Catholic website that have the canonical gospel, as well as the numerical council, Council of Nicaea and so forth and so forth. And them zombies won't even go look at it. They won't even go read it. And this is the Catholic website. This is the very institution that gave them their religion. Right? Anyhow, talk to you guys. That's other shit. Here's up the can here.
Doors closing.
No, filter this process. Shit.